All right, you want a historical race for governor of Arkansas. Now, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is hitting the ground running with at least 10 executive orders in the first few weeks since she took office, and she joins us now to talk about it. Governor, what are your priorities? What did you discover when you walked in?
You know, we had a huge list of things that we wanted to accomplish, not just on the first day, but the first 100 days. We're continuing to be aggressive, bringing about bold conservative reforms to the state of Arkansas. One of my biggest priorities, I've made no secret, is on education reform. We have been working with our partners in the legislature to deliver one of the largest education packages, certainly in Arkansas history, maybe in the country. I'm very excited about the things that we're doing in that space. In the meantime, we've started signing executive orders to take some and make some changes in large part to protect students, to protect kids in our state, and make sure that we are doing a better job for the citizens of Arkansas.
You also talk about cutting red tape as well as improving education. You know, there is some talk that with the COVID money, that a lot of these states do have surplus. Is that the situation with Arkansas?
We do. Our governor and our legislature did a great job managing Arkansas through the COVID pandemic. We have a surplus, and I think that will allow us, one, to have a safety net moving forward, but also focus on things like education, like public safety, and phasing out the state income tax, getting rid of that here in the state, and passing any savings that we have onto the hardworking taxpayers of Arkansas.
Very interesting, because education, I guess, it should be a priority there, and it sounds like it is. Meanwhile, I'm wondering if you had a chance to see some of these press briefings and wonder what you thought about how forthcoming the press secretary is, and how she keeps repeating over and over again how serious the president takes classified documents while they're being found all over all of his properties. What is your sense about how this is being handled?
Maybe he just now is starting to take it seriously since they have found them everywhere, because clearly that wasn't the case when he was stashing them in his garage and all over other places. But I think that it's important that reporters other than Peter Doocy are finally starting to hold her feet to the fire and finally starting to ask hard questions and not giving a free pass. I've actually been happy about the way that the White House press corps has finally started to push for real answers from this White House. Now, unfortunately, they haven't gotten any, but they are at least starting to aggressively ask questions, certainly not letting them off the hook. You know, the way that they have been treated over the last couple years is nothing compared to the intensity and the criticism that we had during the Trump administration, but I'm glad to see that they're at least starting to ask hard questions. I wish we could get some answers, but frankly, she has a terrible story to tell. The difference is, when I was in the Trump administration, we had a great story to tell. The economy was booming, our country was safer, our border was more secure, things that were positive were happening. She doesn't have any of those things to talk about, and that makes her job infinitely harder.
But they wanted to talk about Trump's taxes, and they wanted to talk about the Russian hoax. That was the problem you had, and you would sit there and tell people what other was happening. You get the sense better than anyone. Does she not have the answers? Is she not in the meeting? Like Scott McClellan with the Bush administration was just left in the dark, and that caused him to write this horrible book about the Bush administration. Dana Perino and Tony Snow weren't. You were not left in the dark. Do you get the sense that they're not briefing the briefer?
You know, it's hard to know whether she either just doesn't get it because she's not being given the information, or she just doesn't know how to communicate effectively. That's a question I would leave to her. I'm just glad they're starting to put pressure. I think the American people deserve a lot better answers than they're getting out of this White House.
All right, she's now running her own show. She has press secretaries working for her now. Governor Huckabee, thanks so much. Huckabee Sanders, thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, for the record, because I feel like he's out there alone, Steve, I'm with you on the Chiefs. My husband's from Kansas City, and I think they're going to be in the Super Bowl, and I think Patrick Mahomes will help take them to a win. So I didn't want to leave him out there by himself.
Oh, well, Bill Hemmer wanted him out there by himself, so that's good because he's a big Cincinnati guy. All right, Governor.
I'm a team player, Steve.
All right, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.